Signal to noise. Prelude.
Perhaps they are looking at the skies. Yes. One of them is shouting, and we cannot hear the words. Perhaps they are preparing to leave everything they own. Perhaps they are beginning, slowly beginning, really beginning
Then notice the theme
to believe.
All right?
Excuse me.
Yes?
You talk about your work in terms of sculpting or drawing or writing. These are all art forms involving a single artist. But seeing as film is such a well implicitly compromised medium.
Why choose to make films?
Well, yes.
Well, simply put, I don't have a choice, you see. I mean, film, wow, it's an obsession. When you feel driven to do something, there's no choice involved. I mean, you carry on regardless of the pain or the frustration or the stupidity or the bullshit until you drop. Yes.
Yeah, you say you make the films in your head before you shoot them.
Yes.
Have you ever been pleasantly surprised by the finished film?
No, not really. No, because, you see, I know how far they are from what I had in my head. No, that's where the real films are. Well, then I put them down on paper, and finally I have to shoot them. Shoot them. And put them out of their misery.
What will your next film be about?
The end of the world.
So it's a sort of science fiction movie?
No, I'm afraid not. Actually, it's about the end of the world that never happened. At the end of the last millennium. It's a romantic caper movie. No, sorry, I'm kidding. No romantic capers. Yes?
How long do you have to live?
A couple of months. Oh. Shit.
It's early evening, and I'm covered in sweat.
Hello?
And I'm shivering,
It's Julia.
and my chest hurts.
Look, if you're there, pick up the phone.
Oh, boy.
No? Well, listen to me, and I'm talking as a friend, not as your doctor. I know you wouldn't let us do a biopsy, but you've got to let us examine you. You've got to let us treat you.
Immortality. It's a hard thing to face. That which doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Yeah, that just may be. But that which does kill us kills us. And ain't that a bitch? How do you make sense of your life? Signal to noise. What signal? What's noise? All right. Now, say, for example, you've been sent to your doctor for a full medical, right? Right. Lots of pissing in jars, trying not to flinch at needles. A week later, she phones you back, asks you to come and see her. Well, to a layman, even one familiar with film, an X-ray is a mystery. Right? An assemblage of shadows. Is this inside me?
There, do you see?
Is this me?
That grey area there, that shadow.
It's all shadows.
No, just there.
Yes, I suppose so. So what does it mean?
It's almost certainly a tumour, probably malignant.
I see.
Obviously, we'll need to do a lot more tests before we can
How long have I got?
Well, it's not as simple as that. It may not even
Well,
be...
give me an idea, just an idea.
Well, if it's malignant, and that's a big if, a few months maybe. But we'll need to
No.
see if...
And I went home. I've been doing a lot of reading, watching TV late at night, when there's nothing on. I don't answer the phone, or reply to letters. I don't have much time. I'm making a film in me head. Assembling the actors, setting up the shots. I'm not writing anything down. Wouldn't be any point. Anno Domini 999. The last day of the last month of the year. It's winter. In the middle of Europe. We left the place unspecified. Small town. In the shadow of a mountain. We track in slowly. It's like an ant's nest as they run in circles, gathering up their possessions, food, children. We see their faces. Rich, poor, old, fat, mad. Some stand and scoff. Then they too begin to be affected by the others, by the utter conviction that at last it's here, that it's come. Perhaps a flurry of snow comes across our vision like a burst of noise disrupting a frozen video image. And when we can see again, they are walking away from us. Perhaps they're leaving the village? They're going up to the high place to wait there for the end of their world. And here in my room, all alone, I'm going with them.
Occlusion.
It's easy to concentrate. I'm working harder than I've ever worked before. Stealing faces. A woman at the bus stop. An old man in the park. I take their faces. I cast them in the film. In my head. Once inside my head, they take on a life of their own. I close my eyes and I can see them. They're milling around in the snow.
He just come and take us away. God is coming to end the world. Everything is over and done. Over and done, over and done. Everything is over and done. Hush, hush, hush.
There now. She's going to sleep. Come on, Nav. Now, let's go and see the end of the world.
In the valley. In the snow. The village looks like a model, like a toy. You could hold it in the palm of your hand. Hey, I had my palm read once in Hollywood by a drunken actor at a party. I assume he was an actor. In Hollywood, the man who cleans your pool is an actor. The man who serves you your copy of Variety is an actor. I don't think there's a real person left in the place.
Your life will change significantly when you are 50. Nothing will be the same after that.
And I knew we were talking about death. I told my doctor about his prediction when she told me I had cancer. She didn't understand. I'm not sure I do. Perhaps it is real. Our lives, etched in the crisscrossings of our palms. Perhaps you can read it. I left her surgery shaken and alone. It was the kind of wet twilight you get in London when the world becomes a grey blur. When I was a child, I used to draw people as animals. Elephants, giraffes, mice. Was I retreating into childhood? As I kept thinking of my doctor's big cat. Snow leopard. Beautiful predator. And myself. I thought of myself as a skeleton. Oh, shit. Hello? Banana? Yes, it's me. Look, I'm going to be late for a meeting, I'm afraid. I said I'm going to be late. Yes. I just left the doctor's and the bloody car has been clamped. No, clamped!
not a particularly good mood, no. There's a big yellow clamp on my car and I'm dying. Oh, look, go to my flat and wait for me. What? Look, I think I'm out of change. Bye.
In an underground car park beneath Hyde Park, I stood bail for my car. I began to walk back. Oh, my chest started to hurt. I told myself I should not have walked so far. I felt numb. Waiting at a pedestrian crossing for the red man to turn green, I stole a glance at the lines on my palm. As I look at them now, I see a scar on the base of my thumb where I cut myself as a child on a broken bottle. My past is written there. But my future? I inspect my hand, trying to tease a future from its network of grooves and trails. They remain unreadable. And I return to the past.
Disillusion.
The walls of my study are covered with faces. Film faces. Actors, directors, extras. Old faces I bought in film and junk shops on 3 continents. A patchwork of the nameless and the ones that interested me. They're my frame of reference, the world in which I move. I can stare at them for hours, wondering about the people behind the faces, their lives before and after the frozen second that they're trapped in. I pillage their faces, their expressions, their eyes. I've stolen many of them for the crowd, even now making the way up the side of the mountain. In my head, the film continues. I'm writing it, directing it. And I'm also its only audience. Oh, this was not always to be the case. I remember when I told Inanna that we would not be making it. I had returned from seeing my doctor. Late. I was late. She was waiting for me here.
Hello! Finally! You said you'd be late. Opened a bottle of bubbly waiting for you. Knew you wouldn't mind. Well, do you mind?
No.
When we get up to your flat, I'll get you a glass. You'll want a glass.
No, thank you.
You'll change your mind when you hear my news. Are you ready? Okay. The US moneymen have green-lighted the finance. It's all systems go. We can be in pre-production by this time next week. But I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. But we'll need a script really soon, like yesterday. Any idea how soon you can get it together?
I'm not going to be writing the script, Inanna. We're not going to make the film. See, I saw the doctor and she says, I probably don't have very long to live in it. I'm dying. I'm sorry. Please leave. We'll talk later.
Look, this is such a shock, but...
Inanna talking, saying things. She's sorry.
Wonderful specialist.
Doctors make mistakes. She's so sorry. New treatments every day.
Maybe we might have mixed up someone else's results and yours. I mean, that
If there's
happens.
anything she can do.
To say, I mean,
So very, very sorry. And all.
But look, you could have your...
Say nothing at all.
Anything at all I could do.
Just
What's
noise.
I mean, not God, well... Doctors.
I went up to my study. The faces on the wall watched over me. Hundreds of pictures of dead faces staring out at dead photographers. All of the eyes. The eyes of the people in the photographs. All of their damned eyes.
Stop looking at me.
They
Stretched.
Out.
there.
Arms to
Heaven.
and they
Could.
pull stars from the
Eyes.
the
Men.
Confusion.
Trying to find something to hold on to. I walk from room to room, round the flat, staring at the walls, pacing back and forth. I could leave. I could go anywhere in the world I wish, but I don't, see. I stay here, and I pace. And I'm thinking about the pain in my chest, and I'm thinking about the end of the world, and I'm thinking, oh, that's all I seem to do. In 10 years' time, I'll be dead. 60. That's not that old. Oh, I wanted to be there Friday, December the 31st, 1999. I would have gone down to Trafalgar Square, seen in the new millennium. There would be thousands and thousands of us there, all laughing and shouting, all of us caught up in the joy of being human, the experience of living at that moment, knowing we'd made it this far, that maybe there was hope after all. And I'll never see it. Oh, the pain inside is hard knot of rage. Anger at my body for betraying me. Anger at my world and my dreams and my life for not going on forever. Anger because nothing I ever created was as good as it could have been, should have been, was in my head. Everything I did, everything was leading up to this next film. That would have been the one I got right. If I'd only had the time. Where is it? What was it I said in the treatment? Here it is. It will be a celebration of humanity, of the continuance of life, of human folly. Human folly. Sure. I leave a paper trail behind me like a child lost in the woods, trying to find something to hold on to. Pacing and pacing and pacing, and knowing there's nowhere to go.
Wind. Howl.
Pain.
screech,
Yell.
throw me.
Wave.
Deconstruction.
It's been 3 months now. Today, I did something strange. I started to write. There can be no purpose in this. The film is in my head. It'll never be made. Still, I'm writing. Slowly, though. Oh, boy, I'm weaker than formalin. When I caught sight of myself unexpectedly in the mirror yesterday, for an instant I thought it was my father staring back at me. I looked old. 1,000 years ago. Almost. 999 Anno Domini. My villagers wait in the snow on the mountaintop.
I'm a debtor. All my debts have been forgiven me.
I'm a farmer. Before I came up the mountain, I set my livestock free. The goats, our cow, all of them.
I was in the village prison. I killed my husband because he beat me once too often. They were going to kill me in my turn. But I was freed by the squire and the priest. They told me on the last day...
On the last day,
we must all answer
to the greater judge.
To the greater judge.
I'm the squire. I myself gave away all my lands and houses. Or I would have, if there were anyone left to take them.
Yes. A new character, then. Hunchback, perhaps. Wandering the empty village, a bottle of fine wine in each hand.
That's mine now, eh? That whole village is mine. It's my house, and that's my house, and that's my house, and that's my house, and that's my house.
He believes the end is coming, as they all do. But he views it as liberation.
My jolly good health.
Eat, drink, and be merry. For the present, you are the village. He picks up... No, she picks up a chunk of greasy goose flesh and, wrapped in a tapestry she pulled from a wall, walks out into the snow. Hello, she calls. Hello? Her words are lost in the noise of the wind. They do not hear her on the mountain top. I doubt they know she's absent. 4 of the watchers are not native to the village. They're naked, despite the cold, bound together with cord at the neck. Flagellants, atoning for their sinful flesh, scarred, twisted.
Make them stop. We just got her to sleep.
I'll try.
Please be quiet. You'll wake the baby.
They stare at him with blank eyes. His words to them are so much noise. The only signal that means anything is the pain. One of them picks up a rock. We expect him to attack the man, but instead... he starts to pound at his chest. In the village, a drunken hunchback is singing in the snow. Noise. Just noise. And ask yourself, if they believe the end is coming, that their world is coming to an end, why are they doing this? Why are they still screaming and whipping and pissing and living and joking and waiting? And I ask myself, why am I writing a film I will never make? Writing something no one will ever see? The world is always ending for someone. Good line. I give it to the father of the child. He says it to his wife.
The world is always ending for someone.
She's trying to quieten the baby and doesn't hear him. I doubt that it would matter if she did.
Then
somebody
new.
Distinction.
There's a village in my mind. A world in my mind. People who stepped from the shadows to huddle from the cold a long time ago, or never. Their only chance at life, the people in my head. If I don't write them down, they die with me. But I won't die. I know I won't die. I'm too important. To me, if to no one else. If I'm cold and buried, I won't die. I mustn't. Memories I clutch and hold. Remember. A watch face. An empty TV channel. A blurred photograph of a young girl in the rain. we impose patterns on what we experience. And we die because things that matter end. But sometimes the patterns we believe in carry on. You are not dead until every person that knew you is dead as well. Where'd I hear that? Well, perhaps I made it up. Doesn't matter. There's a village in my mind. Midnight can wait, but I hear the clock ticking, and behind it I hear the echoes of other clocks which have counted off the seconds of my life. I remember the grandfather clock in the hallway, and I was a child. I can hear everything I've ever heard. But behind the ticking, behind the sound, I can hear the other. Clean and sterile and cold. I can hear the silence. And it won't go away.
Interlude.
I see almost no one these days. I hurt too much, and I'm working too hard. Some contact with the rest of the world is inevitable, however. Reed. He lives in the flat above me. Earlier this evening, he came down for a coffee to watch the eclipse.
Thanks. So, what's this attraction with the apocalypse, then? What's this obsession with the end of the world?
It's not my obsession. It's the obsession. Human beings are always living in the last days. And what have we got? Never more than 100 years till the end of our world.
No, there's more to it than that, though.
Well, perhaps.
We carefully avoided the subject of my illness. In retrospect, it occurs to me that my illness might have been all that we were talking about.
Now, I'm sure there are patterns there. Maybe we just can't see them, but they're real.
Oh, you're talking about God here.
No, just patterns. I'm saying that it doesn't matter what you read, what you hear, what the input is. So all this stuff you're fascinated by, the world ending and the times it hasn't, it all means something, even the stuff that doesn't mean anything. Like the noise you get, when you change channels on an old radio, it's all patterns. Or it would be if you could see the big picture. There's no such thing as noise.
You're a mystic, Reed.
He left shortly after, and I sat in the dark and thought. There's no big apocalypse, just an endless procession of little ones. Somewhere, the horsemen are riding. War and famine, sickness and death. Hello? Oh, Nana. No, I was dreaming. Oh, nothing important. Dreams. Reed came over earlier, said to say hello if I spoke to you. Oh, he doesn't change. He was talking about patterns again. Inanna is Reed's opposite. I heard them arguing once at a party.
Yes, it's patterns.
I have to say, I think you're being silly. There is no ultimate meaning to anything. I think the best you can hope for is the illusion of order in the chaos.
Who told you that? No matter, of course I'm not writing. Ilana, what point would there be to my writing? Okay. Sleep well.
If
You bite.
into
Death
there will
be
almost
Inevitably. 3.
Signals.
Seclusion.
Things are changing. I'm feeling better. Concentration comes and goes, but when it comes, I work. And when it goes, I turn on the television.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, that no man might buy...
The film is nearing its end. I've written more than half of it, and it gets easier as it goes.
2,000 years ago, predicting credit cards. But don't be afraid.
Do people believe this? Of course they do. Apocalypses are always just around the corner. Words mean whatever you want them to mean.
Before the unrighteous and the whoremongers and the makers and the lovers of lies perish in agony and despair.
Only I don't believe in apocalypses. I believe in apocatastasis. I think it may be the title for the film. It's a bitch to pronounce. No one knows what it means, but otherwise, oh boy, it's a great title. Apocatastasis. What it means is, number one, restoration, re-establishment, renovation. Number two, return to a previous condition. 3, as in astronomy, return to the same apparent position. Completion of a period of revolution. I think I'm getting better. I phoned my doctor a few days ago. Julia, it's me.
Hello.
Snow leopard face in the back of my mind.
How are you feeling?
Better?
Good. Good, I'm pleased. That's good.
Yeah, I'm thinner. Excuse me. But I'm better, yeah. So, you still want to cut me open? Do your biopsies and your... Was it your CAT scans?
No, don't worry. Oh, but, would you let us do a blood test?
I said yes.
Will you be born again? I say,
Enough.
will you?
Hello? I must be going. I cannot stay. I came to say I must be going.
I'm not worried. She phoned back this morning. She wants to come over to see me. I said no. Oh, she's my friend. She cares about me. She's one of the people I love in the world. And she started to shout over the phone. She said,
I don't care how you feel. You've got too few red blood cells, even fewer functioning white cells, and far too many non-functioning white cells.
oh, God, I wouldn't like to try saying that when I was drunk.
Listen, an opportunistic infection could finish you off. Let us take you to hospital. We need to find the tumours. Well, radiotherapy could turn it around. We could buy you some time.
No.
No?
I'm feeling better.
Then put your affairs in order. Make a will.
I don't think she heard me. I told her. She just didn't hear me. I feel okay. I feel fine.
And I looked, and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death.
Conclusion.
There is a sense of achievement that comes with finishing something that is unlike anything else I know. There's no word for it. The feeling that one has clawed something back from eternity, that one has put something over on a nodding God. This evening, I finished the script. It sounds so simple when I put it like that. It's real now. It exists in its own right, apart from me.
What's your next film about?
I don't know anymore. I thought I knew when I started it. These things take on a life of their own. It's about people, I suppose. That's all. Just people.
Oh, it hurts so much. Oh, my chest, my back. Oh. The villagers wait on the mountain top for the end of everything they know. We have watched their tears and their laughter and their fear. Watched them holding each other through the night, waiting for midnight. The new millennium is now only minutes away.
Where do you come from?
Where does anybody come from? It won't happen. Honestly, it isn't the end. You shouldn't worry.
Stranger, at a time like this, you should be with your loved ones.
I never had any flesh and blood children. Only words and paintings and images of light that flickered in the darkness and were, well, too soon over. Now, this one.
Yes.
It's a good script. Would have been a great film.
Right.
Really, it would.
Hey. Everybody, be quiet.
Look, the priest is going to talk.
Nunc dimittis servum tuum, domine secundum verbum tuum in pace. Quia, idere, ocula, sed.
And they wait. And they wait. In silence. In silence. I wait. And I wait with them. In silence. No noise. Just the hiss of the spinned drift. Snow as it smears the darkness. Blurs the outlines. Stings their hands and faces. I feel very cold. I should be with my loved ones. All of you. You are my...
It didn't happen. We're still here.
My cattle.
It didn't end. Nobody died. Nobody died.
Postlude.
So, you were the one that found him then?
Uh-huh.
What was it?
I really don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry. But if only he'd let us help him.
Last night I thought I'd go downstairs, have a coffee. Then you remember, Here you go. I found it on the desk. He wrote your name on it.
Thanks. I loved him too.
Yeah, I know. Listen, give me a ring sometime, we could...
Okay. And thanks. Crypt. Apocatastasis. But you always did pick rotten titles. Pre-credits. They are looking at the skies. One of them is shouting, and we cannot hear the words. They are preparing to leave everything they own. And they are beginning, slowly beginning, really beginning to believe. A flurry of snow comes across our vision, like a burst of noise disrupting a frozen video image. And when we can see again, they are walking away from us, leaving the village, going up to the high place, waiting for the end